Hello students, in today's class we are going to discuss Indian national movement. So the policies of British government towards Indian people in 1860s, 1870s were very racial and discriminatory in nature. Some of the bills and acts passed at that time like Ilbert Bill, Vernacular Press Act were very racial and discriminatory in nature. So at that time some organizations were formed like Madras Mahajan Sabha, Bombay Presidency Association, Pune Bahujan Sabha, Indian National Congress. All these organizations were formed at that time. Apart from Indian National Congress, all the organizations had very limited representation. They did not represent the whole India. But during the formation of Indian National Congress in 1885, around 72 delegates from all over the India attended that meeting in Mumbai, Bombay at that time. Congress was formed by A.O. Hume, and earlier leaders of the Congress were W.C. Banerjee, Dadabhai Nauroji, M.G. Ranade, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Firoz Shah Mehta. These were the earlier leaders of the Congress. These leaders were known as moderate leaders. They wanted more representation of Indian people in British government. They wanted civil services examination to be held in India so that more Indians can participate in this exam and more can qualify. At that time, this exam was held only in London. So these were some demands of moderate leaders. But after 10-15 years, around 1895 to 1900, some leaders of the Congress were not very happy, not very comfortable with this idea. They said that all the rights which we are asking for the British government are our birthright, and we should not beg our right, we should take our rights. The trio of Lal Bal Pal, which is Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Vipin Chandra Pal, were pioneer of this ideology. In fact, Bal Gangadhar Tilak said that Swaraj is our birthright and we shall take it anyhow. In 1905, Bengal partition happened and a massive protest erupted. People started boycotting foreign goods and the Swadeshi movement started at that time. In 1907, Surat split happened. Congress divided into two parts, the moderate part and the extremist faction. And after that, Bal Gangadhar Tilak was arrested and sent to Mandalay jail in Burma. During 1909 to 1915, many other revolutionary organizations were formed like Gadar Party. And during 1915, in 1915, Mahatma Gandhi came from South Africa to India. He had already led a very successful movement in South Africa. And when he came to India, in Lucknow, he met a farmer named Rajkumar Shukla. This farmer informed him about the plight of indigo farmers in Champaran, which was in Bihar. He went to Champaran. There he met many leaders of that time, Majrul Haq, Rajendra Prasad, and there he started Champaran Satyagraha. After that, he went to Ahmedabad, Kheda, and he started movement for meal workers and farmers. There he met Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. At that time, Muslim leaders of India were running a movement in the support of Caliphate of Turkey. That was Khilafat movement. Mahatma Gandhi saw this as an opportunity to unite Hindus and Muslims, and he supported this movement. But in 1922, a very unfortunate incident happened in Chauri Chaura near Gorakhpur. 22 policemen were burnt alive. This was against the ideology of Mahatma Gandhi. He believed in non-violence. He was very sad, very hurt with this incident, and then he halted this movement. From 1922 to 1929, various revolutionary leaders were in India. They were very active, like Chandrasekhar Azad, Bhagat Singh, Ram Prasad Bismil, Ashfaqullah Khan. Though Mahatma Gandhi agreed with the aim of these leaders, these revolutionaries, he did not agree with the method they were using. In 1930, Mahatma Gandhi again started civil disobedience movement, and he walked 240 miles in 24 days by foot from Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi to break the salt law. The viceroy of that time, Lord Irwin, invited Mahatma Gandhi for the second round table. The precondition for this meeting was to halt the movement. So Mahatma Gandhi halted the movement, and then he went to meet Lord Irwin. Though this meeting was not successful, and when Mahatma Gandhi came back to India, he was arrested. In third roundtable meeting, after third roundtable meeting, the British government awarded communal act to India. In In this award, there were separate electorates for the weaker and marginalized section of the society. Mahatma Gandhi saw this as a plan of British government to divide Indian society. So he met with B.R. Ambedkar in Pune in 1932 and proposed Pune Act. Then, after in 1939, there were certain leaders in Congress who were very active at that time. They were Jawaharlal Nehru, Subhash Chandra Bose. In fact, in 1929, Jawaharlal Nehru has given the slogan of Purna Swaraj. In 1939, Subhash Chandra Bose left Congress, and after that he formed Azad Hind Fauj. In 1942, Mahatma Gandhi again started a Quit India movement for Britishers to leave India. He gave the slogan of Do or Die. In 1939, the World War had broke, and now Britishers were aware that they cannot control India. They have to give freedom to Indian people. So they sent Cripps mission, cabinet mission to India, and to finalize the offers of the freedom. First, they gave the offer of dominion status, but this was declined by Indian leaders. Now, Indian leaders wanted complete freedom, which is Purna Swaraj. On the other hand, at the same time, a Muslim League organization who was representing Muslim population said that they wanted another country for the Muslim people. Muhammad Ali Jinnah was the main leader of Muslim League. In 1946, after the failure of cabinet mission, they started Direct Action Day, and communal riots broke in India, majorly in Bengal and Mumbai. So after all this, in 1947, Lord Mountbatten proposed partition of India and independence of India from the British rule, and then on 15th August 1947, India got independence from the British rule. So this was a short information, short summary of Indian national movement. Obviously, we will discuss in detail all the aspects of this movement in detail in our later class, since we had limited time, so we could not discuss all the things. But we can say during the whole Indian national movement, Mahatma Gandhi was the supreme leader of this movement. He taught not only us Indians, not only to Indians, but to world how a mighty power like British government can be defeated without using any violence. This was a very big thing. This was a very big thing which India and especially Mahatma Gandhi gave to the world. We will discuss all these aspects in detail in our later classes. Thank you.